is this unethical? Because I said I was going to get deeper into that later. And, will this hurt employers? Like, is our aim, are our actions hurting employers? And, let's address that one first. No, we're not hurting employers. The point of job stacking is not to get revenge on your oppressors or anything of the sort. We're just working. This is just labor. Okay. We're just playing by the same rules. Like, we're not even playing by our own rules. Like, whoa, devil may care, that kind of stuff. Like, no. We're applying the same rules that businesses apply to themselves and within and with themselves. Like when they do business to business, the same rules. So, for instance, what do I mean by this? For instance, I'm subcontracting some of my jobs, right? The work is getting done. Like the employer is getting his task, his little check marks completed, like progress is being made. It's just subcontracted. Well, another one of my employees, why is this a problem, right? Well, employers subcontract work all the time, right? Like I have one of my employers is like 3 levels of subcontracting. It's like I'm not going to say the final client, some final client, Google, right? Like, so this final client, this subcontracted or not subcontracted. The final client contracted Google. Google subcontracted one to one level, and then the Google subcontractor subcontracted even more, subcontracted again, and I'm working at the 3rd level of subcontracting. So what did I do? I added another layer of subcontracting. I gave my job. I get that job to one of my friends, right? Why is that wrong, right? Like, this is what businesses already do. Working multiple jobs, right? Like, why is that what businesses do? Well, suppose you're gonna hire Verizon or some other company, like you're gonna pay for Disney Plus. Like, so you're gonna pay for Disney Plus. You pay your monthly fee, your subscription, right? Disney Plus provides the service of giving you. Not giving you the Disney Vault, of giving you whatever their crappy Disney programs, right? Like, you're getting that online. You paid for that service, right? Like, you're paying Disney Plus to provide that service to you, to provide the streaming service. All right, so now imagine that you go to Disney Plus and you say, hey, Disney Plus, I'm paying you for the service. So now I don't want you servicing. I don't want you to offer your streaming services to anybody else, right? I'm not going to give you more money. I'm not going to buy you out. And I'm just going to... I'm just going to pay you what we agreed each month for you to provide the service, but you're now going to provide the service exclusively to me. That's ridiculous, right? Like, Disney Plus wants to sell its services, and any company wants to sell their services to as many people as can afford them, right? So job stacking is the same. It's like employers treat employees with this other completely different set of rules of like, no, you can only provide your services exclusively to one employer, right? And the employer does not buy you out. They don't pay for your exclusivity, right? They just pay you, and you can see this in the employment contracts. They just pay you to render your services, right? And then they add all this other clauses about like, oh no, like this actually means like this is again like, oh, I'm paying Disney Plus. This actually means they can't service anybody else. Oh, I'm paying you a monthly wage. This means you can't work for anybody else. That's ridiculous. That is completely absurd. And employers used to get away with getting employee exclusivity for free before remote work, right? And so now we don't have to. And so it's completely ethical. We're not hurting employers. We're just basically playing by the same rules that businesses already play. So that's the truth.